So I haven't posted in a while on the group. So here is my 3 gallon tank. It's a lot more lively. That's because I've moved fish around. That's because I'm shutting down 2 tanks, so I'm having and move and whatnot. So I'm having to move fish around. So what I've done with this tank is I put my 2 guppies in there, my 3 little randoms, and my neon. So there's a lot more. Life in this tank. And so far, Mr. Betta seems to be doing just fine. Well, actually, White Knight. I have no idea where the neon is. He's just probably most likely hanging out somewhere. And there's the neon. And my phone just refuses to autofocus properly. And for the 10-gallon tank next to my, that's on top of my computer, I have my flower horn. But it's currently still getting used to its new tank, so it's kind of in the back. And that's because I'm shutting down the tank keys in and shutting down the 5.5 that's out there too. So I'm also having to rehouse at least 2 bettas. Basically, the reason why I'm doing this is because I got myself a fairly pricey telescope, so shutting down a few tanks was part of the deal. But the only fish I really have to rehouse are a few bettas. I'm not going to be losing my main prize fish, so that's a good thing. And this is one of my main prize fish. Well, I was supposed to be downsizing my fish collection, but they let me pick out 1 fish for giving them 2 bettas. And I got myself a juvenile angelfish again. This one is a pearl. So this will be my first pearl angel. And you can already see the shimmer in this one already when the light hits it properly. And that's why I wanted to pick. I've been wanting a pearl angel for a while now. So here's hoping I can actually properly grow out this one and get it to be nice and big and beautiful. I also managed to find a glass lid for my 5.5-gallon tank. And this is the first time I've actually had one of these little pieces of little plastic piece here actually fit properly with little to no cutting needing to be done to get it to fit properly. So all I need to do now is I just need to get some LED lights for the top here, so the tank can actually be lit and whatnot. And of course, I also do need to add a substrate to it. And I am going to add substrate down the road. I just got to pull it out of the current tank it's in right now and then do some general cleaning on it and then just put it into this tank here. Of course, I'm going to try and get what's ever left at the bottom before I do any of that. And of course, now I have my little 720p panel or my little 720p TV here. And I have my little EB 5.5-gallon tank. So at least I got something. Alright, so let's see if I can find him. There he is. And of course, right when you actually get to see the sheen in him, my other angelfish get in the way. Of course, he's still checking everything out, so he really can't. Let's see if I move the light around so you can actually see the sheen. Well, okay, there you can actually see the sheen. But he seems to be doing just fine. I also got done knocking down the 2 tanks here. They're one's over there and the one's right over there. And I think my outdoor cat Abby wants love and affection. Of course, you can't see it due to it being dark. Oh, forgot about that mode. Give me a second. There we go. So all I really gotta do with this tank is I gotta remove the dividers and trim them down slightly that way so it won't be pinching like it is right now. And I gotta finish cutting all the parts I need on here, but I'm waiting for dinner, so that's why I'm not working on this right now. So I managed to scrounge up a few LED light strips I had laying around, and I made a new light source for this tank, and now it's a lot more brighter than it initially was, because I don't remember, but I think I did have this tank with the original light in this video. So if not, you can just look at the part 1 and you can see how dim this tank was compared to what it is now. Basically, here's the lights. I just basically doubled up some jumbo popsicle sticks together, and I just more or less just attached the LED strip to it. And now I have pretty much a good light. So my poor female flower horn has no idea what to do. The only reason why I haven't done anything with the board yet is because it's been raining today, and yeah. So hopefully tomorrow I can cut the board to size, clean out the bottom properly, add the substrate, and more or less get her back to the way she was. Also, for right now, my cat's sleeping on my bed, so it's going to be pretty quiet, I hope. You're going to be nice and quiet for me today, aren't you, Patty? I got a slight kitty problem.
You better close your door. You're going to have a bigger problem. That cat gets in your room.
No. This little dum-dum decided it would be funny to get to go through the door when we went to feed them. And now the poor thing is in my bathroom, scared shitless and incredibly cute. It doesn't like being cute. Poor thing. Oh, time to grab my gloves. Poor kitty. So I got a little ways to go, but at least now my betta tank has proper lighting. Also, the reason why I didn't record any of this last night is because my parents were asleep. But I got done more or less setting up their tank, rearranging everything. And now, since everyone has proper lighting, you can actually see them in their proper light. And of course, that's it. The camera decides to stay into auto, stays focused in on them. But of course, this is Android, so that's rarely going to happen, unfortunately. There we go. There's my beautiful dragon scale. And everyone in here is doing just fine, including the new little angelfish. As you can tell, it's right there. And of course, the autofocusing sucks on this thing, so yet again, you can't really see him proper. Jeez, even tapping on the screen sucks. Well, at least he's doing just fine. If I can find a better solution to record these videos with, I'll do it. So I think I'm pretty much done. I've added substrate to my female flower horn tank. I've cut that little board to size. I attached it to the computer case. Though I haven't fastened the computer case down yet. That is because I'm planning on building a 10-gallon tank stand to replace the current stand I got here and the 5-gallon tank. That way, so I can upgrade her from a 5.5 to a 10. And I'm afraid that once I do that, a week later, we'll actually be building the tank stand. But I think I'm gonna do it overall. Do it either way, anyways, because I do want this thing to be nice and secure. But yeah, that's pretty much it here. Poor old White Knight doesn't know what to do with all the other fish, but they're all getting along so far. I have not seen him chase anyone yet. They're doing just fine. My big guy's still doing just fine. And my other little guy's doing just fine too. And I've also added in some fake plants into Hi-Tech's tank, and I've also added in his little tube. So now he's pretty much happy and whatnot. The only thing I gotta do is just get a light for his tank. And my cat's in here again. Also, speaking of cats, that kitten I had to wrangle out of my bathroom, I don't know what was on that cat, but when I got it out of here, it just stunk up. It just stunk up everything in here. So I had to Febreze everything, and I had to freaking wash everything that was in there because all my clothes are stinking and everything. I didn't see any cat pee or anything, so I don't know what to say. But that kitten, for being ungodly adorable, makes a massive stank. And then we got this thing. Happy now? My little dum-dum? Yeah, I think you're happy. I think I'm going to fast you guys for a week, just to be on the safe side. I already lost one goldfish, don't want to lose you two neither. And it's not because of nitrates, it's because they're getting swim bladder whenever I feed them. But I'm not going to do a video on that because I really don't want to record dead fish. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now until I think of something else to record. So yeah, my videos for my fish channel are going to slow down a bit. I'll still post, just not that often. So yeah, it's been a few days since I actually recently uploaded the part 1. I'm very bad at remembering to edit these videos together and putting them out. So yeah, but like at least it gives me an update to show how everyone's doing. My flower horn, the one I moved, is doing just fine. Everyone in my little 3.5 are doing just fine. My flower horn's doing just fine also. She has moved my plants around and started digging out the gravelly sand again. My cat is yet again being annoying. He's doing just fine. She might be ready to spawn, I don't know. I actually went and I moved all the fry that were in this tank into the 10-gallon out in the living room. I'm about to start a water change and cleaning out the tank, make it a lot more nicer for them. And most likely also clean up some of the filters and whatnot too for them. Sorry about the noise in the background. The bettas in here are doing just fine too. Ooh, I'm not too worried. This one has acted like this before when I done a move, so I'm not too scared. But this one is eating. It's just still freaking out a little bit, unfortunately. But everyone's doing just fine. Like I said, I'm not too worried about that betta. Everyone in this tank is doing just fine, though I'm about to do a water change also. When I actually went to do something with my female flower horn, I stuck her in a little cup. Well, actually not in a little cup. I stuck her in that little EB betta tank I got from Walmart initially. I mean, not Walmart. Petco, when I initially started getting into fish. Had her in that. Unfortunately, she escaped and kind of beat up on a few of my angels. Mostly the big ones kind of beat up, but mostly just torn fins. But everyone is still here in this tank. Everyone's alive and healthy and happy, including my little Pearl I got. She's doing just fine too. Of course, they're asking for food, which is normal. And of course, there are a lot of fry in here still. They're still growing and whatnot. But man, the filters in this tank are just nasty. And now they have two new names, Attack Fish 1 and Attack Fish 2. And of course, here's the 10 gallon with the rest of the fry. They're all just droned about. They've more or less gotten used to this tank. That's pretty much it. I mean, sorry if I make these videos. As long as I do, I am very horrible at editing, and I have to learn not to need to learn not to talk so long and whatever and whatnot. And I'm guessing it's part of me being autistic. But yeah, that's about it for now. I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about.